What is up, YouTube? Big Dubs. We're on part 6 of the editor series about creating a map. So, basically, we have gotten the map. We've added the distributions. We've added a couple of different things. We've added some models in. You can see how to make rock structures. You've seen how to do geometry. You've seen distributions. Seen water. We talked about mud. Um, we talked about trucks, your garage model, um, locators. We talked about overlays. Um, we talked about materials. So, and I just really wanted to finish up this video with just doing some detail work, basically. Um, the more details you obviously put into your map, the better it's going to be. So, when I'm adding in like these details like this, I really want to make sure and like get as close as I can to like the roads. Um, make sure I'm not on my road with the trees. Like, see how this is on the road with the trees. So I would really just try to come back and shrink this down to like road size and make sure that my road's good and clear, so that when you're driving on it, you're not driving through the trees and like have trees on your map. So, or on your roads. And then, all the little edges that I miss, I try to come back and like hit again. You know, if I missed anywhere, um, I try to hit it again with some distributions, so that kind of cuts everything closer to the roads. Makes it look a little more realistic. Otherwise, you got some weird areas like this, and things will just be kind of plain and simple. So, unless you're shooting for a field, throw some at least flowers and stuff right there, so um, that it looks kind of decent, at least. So, um, but after you're satisfied with the map, you kind of got all your details marked down, you got all your models added, um, you got everything how you want to do it. You're going to need to add these files to the mod folder. So you'll want to rebuild the terrain. And while it's rebuilding, we'll just wait on that. And you can see sometimes it takes a while, sometimes it doesn't. The more stuff I add, the longer it takes. But I also got, a bunch of other software running in the background right now. So, um, and I'm going to save these files. Then we're going to publish, basically. I want to publish this map or make this map become available for my own testing purposes, and then later on to publish it. So to do that, typically I would go ahead and hit File, and I'd hit Close on Mudrunner Editor. And this is where it comes in handy to have that folder linked. Like I was saying, that common folder. Because what you're going to have to do is you're going to, this is also how you create a backup of your map as well. Or this is how I do it, at least. Maybe it's not the right way, but it's the way I do it. And then I'll also do, these are the files that you're going to publish to the public as well. So this is what makes the map out there. So let's go ahead and make those. typically I just name this folder whatever I want to name it. So like our level is level underscore terrain. Okay. In this folder, you're going to want to make a couple of other folders as well. So, this is my Mudrunner editor folder. This is the media folder. And this is my new folder that I'm using to build my level out of. Okay. You're going to need a couple of folders right out of the box. In that folder, usually, you're going to need a classes folder. Okay. You're going to need a meshes. This is for your custom models folder. Oop, if I can spell. Meshes. And you're going to need a textures folder. Okay. You're going to need a levels folder. You're also going to need a new pre-build. Oh, cancel. You need a new pre-build level folder. Pre-build folder. Okay. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is you can go out and you can find those rocks or the models that all the custom models you need to go and find first that you have added to this map. So if you add a custom model, I would go ahead and add it to this folder typically. And you can also go back and watch Nix's video. He shows you how to add it into the editor, because there's a way to add it into the editor. Usually you'll get in, let me open up one of mine. Get y'all a new window to look at. We'll cover. Alright, we'll cover up that one. Rocks. And I used rock. That's not a good place to really show y'all. Let's go. I'll go into my editor, media. I have custom models. Whenever you add custom models, they typically come in 3 folders. It's classes folder, meshes folder, and textures folder. And when you add them in here, it creates these 3 folders. Those same 3 folder files got to go into your level file. You got to have classes, you got to have meshes, and you got to have textures. I just manually built them, but if you copy those files, they'll be in there. Pre-build and levels is not going to show up. Those 2 you're going to have to manually add. But those are the 2 important ones for your map. Okay. You're also want to go in, and then all the models that I use, you're going to want to copy. I used rock 03, I believe. That's what I used. Ugh, I have to open it up. Rock 4. I use this one. Okay. So, copy. What I'm doing is I'm copying these out of my Mudrunner's media meshes folder inside my editor. If you had another folder out on your desktop, you would just copy those in. I don't have that, so I'm having to build all that. So this needs to be a models folder. And I would put those files in there. Same thing. I gotta add models. And I need to go find the textures. Models. And you can see I have boatloads of stuff. This is why it gets kind of confusing. So this is also how you test your maps. It's a good practice way to test your map. Code 4 is what I'm looking for. Copy. Typically, like a custom model will come with a couple of texture files. Make sure you can get them both. And these are usually, like I said, already in the folders that they need to be in if you get one from somebody. I'm just having to do this because this is a new map. So, and we're looking for 03 Oracle 4. And this is my classes folder. So textures, classes, new folder, models. And it has to be in the right subfolders. So should always have classes, models, then the folder where the file is. So once you have all your models in there, you can go back to that same media folder again, and you can drop down to pre-build, and you want to find your pre-build level files. So there's one usually at the top that's your pre-build folder of your level, and that's where all those TGA files are stored. And you're also going to want to grab the XML of your file as well. And you're going to want to copy those into the pre-build folder of your level. Paste. Yeah. So, and then the last thing you'll want to do is you'll want to grab your media. Levels, and you'll actually want to copy. This is the actual level information. This is the actual preview of the level, that picture up there, and then that is the actual terrain files that you need to like display the 3D model of the level. And that's always going to go in your levels folder. So now then, anytime you make changes to this, in the editor, anytime I open up editor and I go in here and I make changes to this level again, you're going to want to save it, and then you're going to want to copy the terrain. You're going to want to copy your pre-build files here and your XML here into the pre-build folder, and then you're going to want to copy in the levels files into the levels folder. And then you're going to publish that mod if you're publishing it out. But if you want to test your map with the newest settings on it, that's how you want to test it as well. So this is a copy. This is your copy, basically, of your map. So wherever you put this, is keep this in a safe location, because you're just going to right click on it and you're going to click copy, and you're going to navigate back to the common folder. You're going to go Mudrunner Editor, Media, and then in here, instead of navigating anywhere else, if you're ready to publish this map, you would put it in your mods folder. But Also, this is how you test your map. So you got to kind of look at your editor and see what files is what. So like here, this map is this map. This map is that map. This one is this file. There's nothing in this file. Okay? So like if I go in here, there's nothing in here. It's just empty files. And that's because I created a mod folder up here. If you don't have a mod folder already right now, just go ahead and right click and create mod, and you'll get one up there. Okay? But what you're going to do is like I said, you're going to go back and you're going to right click and you're going to copy these files. And you're going to go back to common and you're going to go Mudrunner editor, media, mods, and you're going to find the new mod that you created. Right? And what you're going to do is you're going to paste. Sorry. You're going to copy. I totally told you wrong on that. My bad. Common, editor, media, mods. This new mod. We're going to delete this folder. You're going to want to copy everything inside of this folder into that folder. So all this classes, levels, everything like that, you'll want to paste into here. Okay? So, and then if this is set up right, it shouldn't be classes, models, should have our model in there. You can delete trucks and wheels. You don't need it unless you're making a truck. So I'll just delete those. Oh, sorry. And levels. That's good. I'll just go through all these files real quick. Meshes. I don't have trucks. So I'll delete those. Rebuild's good. Sounds is good. I don't have any sounds. Sounds is not something you worry about for levels. Sounds is for trucks. And textures, you want models. Yes. Okay, cool. That's all looking good. This last file is called a strings file. This is an important file. This file is how you name your mod, by the way. I don't know if a lot of you know that, but this is how you basically rename your mod. So here is going to be the value of your mod is always going to be level underscore train, because that's the level, and the title is going to be whatever we want to call it. Level underscore train. Okay? And what this is going to do is whenever you publicly upload this, it is going to literally just upload all. This will be the name that shows up for everybody in the game. So whenever you pop into the game, it's not going to show up as some random name number. If you don't fill this in, it's just going to populate random stuff, and your level's going to be like whatever you name it to publish it. And then when you load it in the game, it's going to show up as like a random number name. So my first map does that, but my second map, you know, I started naming them. So you just save that, and basically that's it. Honestly, you can publish this. You could go back up here, and you could take this and all these folders and files right here. If I hit show all, actually, it's going to show me everything in there like I need it to. There's all my textures, there's all my pre-build, my meshes, my level, everything. So if I upload this, if I right click and I come out here and I click publish mod, I would basically be publishing this. So, and you know, this would be the name of it, you know, level So train map. And then this is where I would set the public, friends only, or private. Typically I set mine always to private first. And then you could type in your change notes and you would hit publish. So I'm not going to do that. I don't want to publish one. But you can test your map. So I showed you all of that to show you that if you jump into Mudrunner, oh, I told y'all wrong. It still wants me to publish it. It's not going to show up. Yeah, it's not going to show up, I bet. Oh, no, it did. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, so from here you can basically, once you get in Proving Grounds, sorry about the music in the background, but if you go to level, and you double click on level, it will load in your level. So, this is basically allowing me to like test the video or test my map. I really wish this would be done. Okay, there it goes. It's gonna finally shut up. Good night. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, basically this has got us in loading the map. So you can see here's our map. So you know, I could change trucks real quick. I could spawn, you know, whatever. I don't know, spuns. I have a bunch of stuff, so. And we can fire her up. And we can give her a test, honestly. You know, see how deep the water is here. It's pretty deep, like I said. You know, but you know, this map's pretty much well drivable. Let's get on some speed and get it up here. Get us going real quick. You can notice how the roads are real flat and everything like that, but you know, this is what it'll look like pretty much. You know, not a bad looking map. So, I think I got rocks right there. Yeah. I'll go this way real quick and go check out the rocks. Go check our models. Yeah, there they are. All the time, I always make sure to and try to load in the game to test my models to see what my models look like, how hard something is to try to crawl. So, you know, you can kind of see what it looks like in game. So, this is kind of what our trail's looking like. Like I said, you can mess with the geometry, make it a lot more harder terrain to go up. Obviously, you know, I was just trying to throw something together here to show y'all, but so, you know, you really want to try to, you know, make this as realistic as possible. So, you know, you wouldn't obviously have a tree sitting in the middle of your trails and things like that. So, just trying to keep that in mind. So, anyway, that's it, guys. That is map making in a nutshell, right there. There's not much more to it. You know, I'll get into custom models, I believe, here on this next video. I'll show you how to do that. And that's the Mudrunner editor. Hopefully I can get some more things out there to y'all. So hopefully this helps y'all. And enjoy YouTube. See y'all.